When you crank the skill level up to max, you get drivers like these. So buckle up, because this video is about a speed buy. What may be a handicap to some is a superpower to others. He's putting his best foot forward to hit levels better than anyone on the track. Someone had to get their measurements perfectly on point. Otherwise, they'd be drifting straight into a vehicle buzz cut. Talk about baby driver. This kid may need a booster seat in the car, but he was born to drive. Step aside, Krispy Kreme. Charred grilled donuts are on the menu today. When Google Maps suggests an alternative route, and you just roll with it. We all have that one friend who has a solution anytime there's no bottle opener. Here's the perfect advertisement for why you shouldn't get too close to the action. If you slide into DMs as smooth as this pilot lands, you'll be flying. No wheels, no problem. I've seen Tom Cruise fight on top of a train, but can he change the tires of a moving car?
Hello, cutie pie.
If you ever need your ego brought down a peg, just remember there's someone out there who can park a whole cruise ship better than you can your car. Why go around when you can go over? Riding motorbikes are dangerous enough as it is, so let's just leave the tricks like this to the pros. Dreams always have meaning, but what if your dreams look like this? There's a reason those seats on the other side are empty. The venue couldn't hack the stress levels caused by watching this show. Forget diving and swimming. Synchronized drifting is the new thing now. I wish I had the confidence that this guy has in his truck suspension. This is a sign from God that your motor skills are heaven sent. And here we have the Asphalt Ballet. Who knew drifting rally cars could look so majestic? I find it difficult enough to navigate into a parking space with my friend. I've just got two questions. How and why? This guy has more control on two wheels than most people have on four. I'll drink to that. Let's just hope he didn't have his phone with him in the buggy. When you graduate from go-karting with the boys on Saturday to this, the vibes are as immaculate as the driving. Which is scarier, being the driver or a spectator? And no, this isn't sped up. There's the crab of rally cars, able to slide its way out of any tight spot. It may not look like the most flexible on the track, but that truck's got moves. Now that's what I call showboating. Proof that Red Bull gives you wings. And apparently it gives you super tunnel vision too. Tanks are known for being destroyers rather than graceful, but this soldier actually makes war look aesthetic? You see all those tires that make up the railings? They're actually the burnt-out victims of this serial drifter. Here's how you make the most of an ice warning on the roads. Mater from Cars is looking real different here, from junkyard to freestyler. They had me in the first half. Just because you're airborne doesn't mean you get to avoid speed bumps. How low can you go? Now that's what I call a low rider. Good luck escaping from the police with these guys on your tail, or should I say on your bonnet. When you want to look at that slow coach in the eye after you overtake him, some call it petty. I call it a necessary evil. If I was riding shotgun, I'd need to see a doctor right after this trip due to stress. Luckily, that's exactly where he's heading. When you back yourself into trouble, just make sure you have the skills to get out of it like this driver. That's impressive. But can they park when it's 9 a.m. rush hour in the middle of the city? That's the real test. Santa's sleigh's currently in the garage, but he's making it work. Don't let Jesus see this clip, or he's gonna take walking on water to a whole new level. The laws of physics don't apply to him. I wish my life was this balanced. Most boats try to avoid the rocks, but this gives skimming stones a whole new meaning. The advertisement team for the police force is trying their best. Forget TikTok. Here's where the real dancing is. Winning isn't about being the fastest. You have to use your brain too. So when your back's against the wall, use it to gain that advantage.
All the way around this racetrack.
It just goes to show, doing wheelies won't impress your friends when you're a kid. They might also help you get a world record when you grow up. Pro and con of being a spectator at this sport, you get to witness some of the slickest driving, but you're gonna need a spare change of clothes after each splash. When you finally apply all those hours of stunts on GTA to real life. You could probably cook an egg on those tires afterwards, but I don't recommend it. If we're giving props to the pilot, we ought to give it to the cameraman too. When you've got reversing cars down steep ramps at 7, but football at 8. The bridge toll here clearly isn't a fan of the police. Luckily, getting out of dangerous situations is just another day in the life for these guys. It's videos like these that remind me why I'm not a pilot. That was hard enough to watch.
Rotation. Recipient phase, and now we can watch the airspeed, watch it stabilize, okay?
Yep.
If you let go of everything, it'll just sit there, have a look, just release everything. Leave that, okay?
Crazy.
So wait until we get to 5.5, so idle power.
When your driver insists on taking a shortcut, no matter how impossible it seems, talk about a bumpy ride. This goes one of two ways. Either you total your motorbike, or you beat Elon Musk to invent an aqua bike that can ride on water. Think acrobatics are impressive? Check out aerobatics. That's where the real magic happens. Looks like you don't need wings to go airborne. It looked like he was spinning out of control to me, but I bet he meant to do that.
Wow, it's like something out of a movie.
People find flying drones hard enough, but this guy lands a fighter jet on a moving boat. Just like how tunnels aren't exclusive to vehicles. What's stopping a plane from taking off on a horse track? Driving blind isn't recommended, but if you're this good, does it matter? Someone needs a pay raise. That shipment was getting delivered whether there was a bridge or not. When things go wrong, it doesn't always have to be an obstacle. Sometimes it's actually an opportunity. The idea of doing 2 journeys was out of the question. Here's how you take going sledding up a notch. Be careful though. Using expensive machinery like this can be a real slippery slope. Back in the day, they had Noah's Ark. Now we have bus drivers who will get you there no matter what. When catching a wave nearly sends you into orbit, let's forget about landing and focusing on the takeoff. Don't mind me, just casually landing a plane on a busy motorway. If you're this good at flying, everywhere is an airport runway. So it turns out all those crazy rescue operations in action films just needed better pilots. And this is how you make an expert maneuver look like a fun dance move. These are God level for a reason, so unless you want to get to heaven early, don't try them yourself. What you can do though, that doesn't require any skill, is to hit that like and subscribe button for more God level content like this.